16 gorgeous low-light houseplants. Are you looking for houseplants that will do well in low-light conditions? It can be challenging to grow houseplants, especially if you are working in an indoor space with low light. Fortunately, there are some plants that can grow in low-light conditions. Here are the best houseplants for low-light conditions. How to increase low light. Most houseplants grow best with more light. Here are 4 things you can do to increase your low light situation. Keep the blinds open. If you have a north-facing window or an east-facing window, you can try to maximize the light by keeping the blinds open. Move the houseplant closer to the window. You can move the plants closer to the window so it gets more light, especially during the winter months. Use artificial light. You can use artificial light as supplemental light. I like this stylish frame with LED light. Recharge your houseplant. You can occasionally move your plant to a room with more light so it can recharge and get some sunlight. Best houseplants for low light. Lucky Bamboo Dracaena brawny is one of the best houseplants for low light. It is almost indestructible and can tolerate very low light conditions. It will happily grow in a north-facing window or a room with a skylight. Lucky Bamboo is a tough houseplant that can even grow in a windowless room, although this is not recommended. Prayer plant Maranta leucanura is a good houseplant for low light. It is a very popular houseplant with beautifully patterned leaves. Prayer plant is happiest in filtered light locations. Place your prayer plant in an east-facing window. It also tolerates low light locations. You can place it in a north-facing window or a location that receives artificial light. Snake plant, or mother-in-law's tongue Sansevieria trifasciata, is a great houseplant for low light conditions because it is almost indestructible. It is a very popular houseplant that is hardy and easy to grow. Snake plant is happiest in bright, filtered light but can tolerate low light. Avoid direct sunlight. It is known to bring good luck and prosperity to the home and office. ZZ plant, or Zanzibar Janzania calcasameifolia, is a great plant for low light conditions. It is a very popular houseplant because it is a tough, easy to grow, and low maintenance houseplant. ZZ plant is happiest in bright, filtered light. Although it grows better in brighter light, it can tolerate low light from a north-facing window. It does not like direct sunlight though, the leaves will burn. Dragon tree Dracaena marginata, previously known as Dracaena reflexa, is a popular houseplant since it is one of the few indoor trees that can tolerate medium light conditions. Dragon tree will be happy in bright, filtered light. However, it can tolerate medium light conditions, which is rare for indoor trees. It does well in an east-facing window with half-day of morning sun. Avoid direct sunlight. It will burn the leaves of your dragon tree. Pothos epipremnum is a good houseplant for low light conditions. It's a low-maintenance houseplant that is impossible to kill, which is great for beginners. Pothos will do best in a bright filtered light location. However, it will do well in medium light conditions, which makes it suitable for indoor plants. It will also grow well under artificial light. Avoid direct sun exposure since sunlight can burn the leaves. Emerald ripple peperomia caperata is a great houseplant for low light conditions. It's a fairly easy to grow houseplant that does well in artificial light. A great houseplant for office desks and on bookshelves. Emerald ripple peperomia is happiest in bright, filtered light. It does well in an east-facing window or even a north-facing window with low light. Emerald ripple peperomia does well under artificial light. Pepper face peperomia obtusifolia does well in low light conditions. It is a popular houseplant that is easy to grow. Compared to other peperomia species, Peperomia obtusifolia is the easiest to grow. It is tolerant of a wide variety of conditions. Pepper face will be happy in bright, filtered light. It does well in an east-facing window or even a north-facing window with low light. Pepper face also does well in artificial light. Pepper face is humid-loving and will grow well in bathrooms. Satin pothos Syndapsis pictus is a popular houseplant that can tolerate low light conditions. It is a low-maintenance, easy-to-grow houseplant with beautiful silvery, green leaves. It is a hanging houseplant and will look beautiful in a hanging basket or on a bookshelf. Satin pothos is happiest in a bright, indirect light location. It can also tolerate medium to low light conditions. Heartleaf philodendron Philodendron heteroecium is a great plant to grow in low light conditions. Heartleaf philodendron can tolerate a wide range of conditions and will thrive almost anywhere indoors. Heartleaf philodendron is happiest in a bright filtered light location. However, it is very flexible and can tolerate a wide range of lighting conditions. It will thrive in artificial light and low light as well. Hoya carnosa or wax plants is a houseplant that can tolerate low light. It is an easy-to-grow, hard-to-kill houseplant which makes it perfect for beginners. Hoya carnosa is a semi-succulent plant with thick, waxy leaves, hence the name wax plants. If it's happy in its environment, it will reward you with fragrant flowers year after year. Parlor palm Chamaedorea seafreezii is a beautiful palm that can tolerate low light conditions. It is a very popular indoor palm, popular since the Victoria era. Parlor palm is an air purify indoor plant that is effective in removing benzene and formaldehyde from the air. Corn plant Dracaena fragrans misangina is an easy-to-grow houseplant that can tolerate low light conditions. It is an air purify houseplant that effectively removes trichloroethylene TC, benzene, and formaldehyde from the air. Corn plant is a very popular houseplant with attractive glossy leaves reminiscent of corn leaves. Dracaena warnicki Dracaena daramensis warnicki is an easy-to-grow houseplant that can tolerate low light conditions. It is an air purify houseplant that is effective in removing air toxins such as trichloroethylene TC, benzene, and formaldehyde. Dracaena warnicki is an attractive houseplant with glossy, graceful leaves. Dracaena Janet Craig Dracaena daramensis Janet Craig is an easy-to-grow houseplant that can tolerate low light conditions. It is an air purify houseplant that can remove toxins that cause sick building syndromes. It can effectively remove trichloroethylene TC, benzene, and formaldehyde. Chinese evergreen Aglaonema species is an easy-to-grow houseplant that is tolerant of low light conditions and can take some neglect. It is an air purify houseplant that effectively cleans the air by removing benzene and formaldehyde. Do know that Chinese evergreen is toxic to pets and humans, so you need to keep it out of reach. How much light is low light? Low light does not mean no light. Low light means there is a window with indirect sunlight coming into the room. A room with a north-facing window will have low light all day long. A room with an east-facing window will have low light in the afternoon. A room with a skylight might have low light if that is the only window in the room. Oh hey, I'm Mary. I'm here to help you inject a little bit of life into your home. Whether you are looking for biophilic design ideas, houseplants, or some inspiration for your home decor, I hope you find what you're looking for. Thanks for watching.